Hey traders, TG Watkins here with simplertrading.com. It is April 6th that I'm recording this and wanted to show you guys today that it's pretty much all about the inverse trampoline moves today. So, we talk about those Benjamins. Well, it's all about the inverse trampoline moves today. We've seen this developing. It's taken a few days to work out, but I was guiding my subscribers into watching out on the long side, and we were starting to load up on the short side, seeing that this was likely to happen. So let me just show you. An inverse trampoline move is when price is over the 50, which is the magenta colored line there, but the Moxie indicator is below 0, which you can see. And even on the bounce that we had earlier in the week, right here on the 15-minute time frame, we basically also had an inverse trampoline move because there are more details here, but other than the Moxie indicator being spread, which is weak, one of them was barely above 0, one of them was definitely below 0. That is also an inverse trampoline move on the 15-minute time frame. And what it tells me is price is going to pull back. So that's what we got here. I think that there's a little bit more that we can go before we have to decide whether we're going to actually continue up or down. But we could see that on the S&P. We could see it on the Nasdaq here on the daily chart. You could see that there was price was over the 50, but the Moxie indicator was below 0. So we got that pullback there. And then we could see Apple even had it. So in through here, you could see that we had price over the 50, but the Moxie indicator was below 0. So yet again, price should not be over the 50 if the Moxie indicator is below 0. And then we could look at AN. This was another one that we traded. We made a quick couple percent off this one. You can see price was over the 50, but the Moxie indicator was below 0 right there. So definitely a pullback. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like price should not be over the 50 if the indicator is below 0. You can see what kind of move happens when that setup occurs. And then you could see I just want to dive off a little bit on Facebook. I know a lot of people are kind of talking about this one, but I'd be a little bit cautious. It's running right into the underside of a downtrending daily 50, kind of pushing just past it. And the Moxie indicator is below 0. So just be careful with Facebook. I don't think that's going to be along for a while. And then we even had NVIDIA, same kind of deal. Same with the semis. If you look at SMH or SOXX, we had price over the daily 50, but the Moxie indicator below 0. So yet again, price pulling back to the daily 50. And then MDB, this is another one we're in, taking kind of that same idea from NVIDIA. And you can see that price was over the 50 of the Moxie indicator, very close, but still technically below 0. And so we took a short trade from the top to the bottom right there, and that's working out so far. And then what we could also see is if you look at WK, it too was doing an inverse trampoline move. Moxie indicator is still technically below 0, and we have price over the daily 50. And so lo and behold, it pulls back to the daily 50. So if you guys find any of this interesting and how I see the market and what I'm doing, come over to, well, you guys are already there at the Profit Pilot website, but come check out some of the classes I have. Come out and check out the trading room. We have a free $47 trial for you. And there are just all sorts of ways to see the kind of stuff and the information that I put out and the way that I educate and see the market. So come on over and we'll see you there. Thanks again.